gentleman was a little bit too far forward in the mid lane a couple of times. It all went wrong. And this guy on your screen right here gets the MVP because of it.
Yeah,
Stuff done, and they're going to lock it in. How are we feeling about it, LS?
I guess it's going to be Jax against Yorick. I've actually never seen this matchup, so I'm not entirely familiar with it. I wish that I had Hashinshin on speed dial.
Well, no. That's Jungle Jax. That's Jungle Jax, so we're okay. It's going to be the Jace Yorick. Theoretically, like, playing into the wrong playstyle based on what you're up against, but we'll have to find out as we hit the rift for game 2. Sandbox fans continue on over, try and take this blue buff, and OnFleek has caught him in an odd spot. Does have Counter-Strike available, of course, but that's a level advantage. Joker gets in there. It's a really nice taunt and a deserved first blood, and that's why he was hanging around, randomly hitting the Rift Skull.
And now Umti falling behind now to the play happen.
He's just going to face check OnFleek though. The stun is going to come down, Trouble Bubble, but he gets into vision. Circle of Frost there for Dove, but doesn't have level 6 available. Now Sandbox wanting to collapse. Joker was making his way up at only level 4. Malrun, state of mind here as well. Going towards, okay, there's a face check from Umti, but Ragnarok is in. And Dove just looking for the extra damage. Doesn't use the Frozen Tomb as BDD's there. Fair bit of damage going down as OnFleek. Down about half health, but the Trouble Bubble going wide. Exactly right. Umti lands the undertow as the self-ult comes in from Dove. Joker comes on down. Level 6 available. Stand United already used. Top side of the map, I believe, is OnFleek. Leap strikes back. All right, we're going to hit a bubble, but there's no vision. I believe that was blind onto Dove. And that was on over. Dove's here as well. 3-on-3 is going to ensue. They're trying to at least get the damage down to lock up this Rift Herald. Trouble Bubble lands. That flash is not going to help you, Summit, as he's going to go down. Then Sandbox say, well, we'll just take Shelly and we'll leave. No harm, no foul. You take our top laner, we'll take Shelly.
And that ends up being a pretty good pickup, to be honest, for Sandbox. There's still several minutes remaining on play to convert it. Whoa, hold that thought.
That's a flash forward, but that's a last-second use of the ultimate onto Dove. Stand United from point-blank range, and Dove's going to get out. Joker takes a ride along with him. Circle of Frost is in there as Dove's trying to survive into Trouble Bubble. Doesn't land. BDD uses his whole health bar as Joker finally uses his flash in order to try to escape, and Zenit now underneath the turret. Joker still limping away, but the undertow will do it in the end. And OnFleek, Leap Strike is there. Another
kill it with fire.
Oh my god, how is he avoiding these buttons? As BDD at least able to get something done. He's going to take down a few turret plates here in the mid lane. But Ghost is like, all right, guys, that was funny. Yakety Sax music sounded great in my ears. I'm going to take down this turret bottom side.
Oh, man.
You know what just happened? Sivir just plates to be taken here, but breaking that one open is going to be very important. As Dove, he's going to get jumped on here by Snowflower. Head back underneath his turret, which is actually where he wanted to go. Very strange situation right there as someone moves on over.
Yeah, I don't know why they're on the right-hand side. It felt like, okay, well,
the hunt.
There's
the donkey whistle is OnFleek. Not going to get the counter-strike as Zenit has a W, but he has to use his stopwatch soon. OnFleek's going to dive on over. Dove gets on in there, and Smeb is in trouble. The Maiden's trying to help out, and Umti will turn up, but OnFleek is just doing battle with the top lane. A Leap Strike comes in, and Joker secures that kill. That's what happens. It's not a 2 versus 2. It's a 3v2 because Shen exists on this map for Sandbox, and they play so well around it. Yeah, as KT, that was the last objective that they were able to actually get, as Smeb's just getting picked on the Dark Procession. Not even a factor, because a front flip, and he's just going to die. So Jace picks that one up, and Summit, then like, this farm bounty here is Joker's going to have to flash to get out of the way. Snowflower's hunting him down, but he's not even going to be able to get the stun.
This is really unfortunate. No, not at all.
It doesn't.
I've seen it a few times in LCK.
Doesn't look like a photocopy. Yeah. As, okay, that's a Sanguine Pool again that's going to stop the counter-strike. As OnFleek could be in trouble. Hemo Plague, though, is not going to be enough. And the flash there from the Jax is going to be okay. Summit. And they're going to lose this turret. Dove might not be in the right spot, but if they can deal with Smeb early enough, that could actually be a huge deal. And Stand United is going to be available. That's a massive knock-up coming in from the Alistair. Snowflower's trying to save this game for KT Rolster. Inhibitor turret does fall down, and now Sivir with spare time in the mid lane. Summit over there as Smeb's underneath. his inhibitor turret, and Snowflower's not going to be able to catch him. The flash is there for Summit. And now Joker's just having fun underneath this turret while the rest of the base is getting torn apart. Ghost, can he actually get the work done? The answer's no. And they will lose a couple of members here, as that was a weird there from Smeb. Didn't have any cools around either, as Opti throws an axe into Joker. Joker not too worried about it. Fleek trying to get the snare up. Goes golden to Zumpty. The Snowflower gets the headbutt pole. That's the front line. Getting tagged onto here by Sandbox, as that's going to be the first kill. Dub, no! He eventually goes golden right at the right time. As Stand United not going to be enough. The first kill actually going over to the cow, as Snowflower is trying desperately to carry this one.
There is a 7, almost 8k gold lead on the side for Sandbox. Okay, Summit making a donation.
Yeah, but Sandbox needs to be running towards his Baron right now. They are pinging onto it. They do have a GA to get through here as VDD comes on down. They're not going to chase onto OnFleek, because, yeah, GA going to come back up again, and the Baron has been started. Zenit going to move on over. They do have vision of this one, as Dove and Ghost doing a fair bit of damage here. Joker wants to find it, gets the taunt on, and there's the flash forward. Can they get enough CC? The CC but not going to be enough, as Zenit's running to high heaven to get out of here, as a trouble bubble is going to land. Ghost has that QSS available again, but Sandbox, they're off the Baron, and they have to run.
This might actually be KT now being able to get the Baron. All of the members are... Never mind. All right, we're stuck in this forever.
Yeah, the field lane has minions in LS. Okay. Oh, man. If this was our last series, that was a dead Sivir. Or that was a dead whoever was backing them. I think it might have been Joker. Okay, Baron's going to be started up yet again. Snowflower's trying to get some vision in here, and there's not a lot of vision available for Sandbox as the trouble bubble goes wide. That actually could be very pivotal, as there's a special delivery on the Shen. Zenit now has the full bar and goes in there. Hemoplate goes down, as that's going to be Lysandra falling, and KT, they pile on in, and they're able to grab the kills. That is so much money onto Smeb. Good God, how many items can he build now? About 100. Most likely is now Summit wants to donate himself onto this KT squad. He's ignited. OnFleek does get some CC down, but the Jace should be okay. There's the flash out from OnFleek, and he is going to survive for the moment. Oh my goodness, the Yakety Sax needs to be queued very hard for all of these guys, as the Baron will eventually be taken down. KT do lock that one up, and Umti finally some respite as BDD. He's hit all of the bubbles that KT have needed to get them back into this game.
He's definitely making up. Wasn't present down in bottom, and all of this started because Ghost was holding his flash to kill Vladimir, and he was just a second too late, and then after that, everyone was on full retreat, and now this is Sandbox's last chance to try to win the game. If they can beat KT at the Elder, they can definitely still win.
We've got a frozen tomb here. We don't have Stand United. Trouble bubble now on cooldown. Snowflower looking for a flank, as you can see. Outside of vision is the cow, as it is going to be a 50-50. OnFleek gets itself in there. It's BDD that grabs it, and now KT have so many extra stats, and Snowflower makes his way in. Summit is taken down. There's no more Jacks, as Dove is trying desperately not to burn to death, but the Elder Drake is going to say no to that one, and KT Rolster, they've turned it around.
And you can see the pings now down on the bottom lane as Ghost, he made it his life's mission to try to clear that midway. Wow.
Okay, Snowflower going to get the headbutt back onto Ghost, but that's just going to buy some time here as we're looking to open this door. Snowflower wants the stun, isn't going to get it just there, but thankfully the QSS is available for Ghost. Meanwhile, this inhibitor turret is not long for the world, but how much further can KT push? They've got a maiden. They've got so many things. Umti even flashing to get towards inhibitor turrets as Joker gets back. He gets exhausted and pummeled into the ground. Nexus now going to go down, and we've got a game number 3 on our hands. KT fight back against Sandbox.
And you look at the manner in which KT just won this game, and you wouldn't have expected it after the early game. They ended up outfighting Sandbox in some of these really clutch fights. They also managed to persevere long enough for them to get to a stage of the game where the champions could come online and actually threaten enough damage, and then Summit, that one death in bottom lane, followed up by Sandbox's poor Baron decision-making.